The most important point here is the water as a common pool resource. Water is a resource of every person in the society, in the country, in the nation, or in the world. Let us see here the present day laws what we have for the utilization of the water is not like which are updated according to the present scenario. Earlier we used to use water at very low levels, and the time the ground levels of waters are very high, the sufficient supply of water was present, the population was limited, the sources were very good, the climatic conditions are in favor, we used to have good rainfall conditions, we used to have good years of rainfall. These all conditions were favorable when the water laws were framed. But now the present laws which we are existing right now are completely outdated, and they can't control the present usage of the water. This is one major problem what we are having right now. And the underground water levels is another major issue which should be addressed clearly. See, when we are taking underground level, suppose I dig a borewell at my house, I does not have like any limit in taking water how much I need, or like how many times I am using that one for getting water outside from the underground levels. For example, if I am constructing a house, I need water entirely from the underground water only I take it, because there is no restriction on me and it is my own. The private individual owners are usually utilizing the water as much as they want, and there is no restriction. Once the water in that area of which is drawn completely from the borewell, then it evaporates the entire groundwater levels which are in the surrounding areas, then it creates a problem for the other people in society. But I don't think it, because I have my own issues. In the same way all the private individuals are thinking as their own points and their own stands, and everybody feels that everybody want their water share before somebody else want it, and everybody feels that water is a common for everybody and everybody have equal share on it. How much I feel I claim that I have a share on it, the same way the others also feel they have the same share on it. So automatically it leads to the contemporary issues, and now we are having many issues not only with water, then coming to the oil, natural gases. Then oil like petroleum oil, crude oil are evaporated or taken up in the bulk amounts, and we are not thinking about the other future generations. Then coming to the natural gas or the electricity, where continuously we are taking and we are not addressing any issue or any point of time. And at the same time for the governments also to come to the reality at the ground levels, government also can't control the entire things at a clear stand, because in my house government laws cannot permit me that. Can't they stop me? Will they really be able to stop me to get me water on by the groundwater levels, like day night or daytime or night time or whatever it is? They can't stop me because it is my wish. At my house they can't put every person to hold on me like putting on the switch or offing the switch, because it is my own wish and my own property. In my own property, in my own lands, I can utilize the resources what I am owning with my own property of money. I can utilize them completely perfectly according to my wish. So the governments also have very limited power on the personal properties of the individuals. On the overall interest of the society, government can keep some restrictions, provided that whether I will follow it or not. Most of the cases in India, we feel that most of the private individuals does not care for the government laws, especially when it comes to the restriction of the groundwater levels. It does not at all listen to them. Even the panchayats are not having the complete control over the local water bodies. There is an issue which happened in Kerala where is the reality fact, like it is having some controversial views. Like it is a place called Perimatti Grama Panchayat, where we have a Coca-Cola company established here. The Coca-Cola company is squeezing the entire water levels, and it came to such an extent that the local panchayat people like Perimatti people are not able to get the sufficient drinking water facilities for them. So the panchayat body has decided that we are going to ban the sufficient supply of water for Coca-Cola company. First the priority is that drinking water is the primary source or the primary priority of all the people of that Gram Panchayat. As a political institution, they have restricted the company to move on. Then automatically the private company have moved to the court. It moved to the high court. Both the parties moved to the high court. In one judgment we got it favorable towards the people that water right is primary and it should be given to the panchayat bodies. At the second time the additional session when they went to the second hearing, then it went to the favor of the Coca-Cola company. Then these contradictory views made them move to the higher authority court. Then they moved on to the Supreme Court. Even the Supreme Court, the court was filed is on January 2014. Still the case is on pending whether the issue of water authority should be given to the panchayat bodies or to the private companies which are owning a lands in the villages. It should be addressed properly. At the same time, the society should be maintain balance, and water is a primary source which is required for every person, irrespective of rich, poor, higher or lower caste, whatever it is. Water is primary source for us. We have to utilize our water resources very carefully. At the same time, we need industries to develop our day-to-day income and generation of the employment opportunities. So everything should be addressed carefully. Yes, water is a primary resource for every human being, must be taken care and utilized in a clever way, and it should be managed in a resourceable and in a better way, so that everybody gets the benefits, not simply that I have my share and I squeeze everything before the other one else comes in. It is a really challenging task to distribute the water between the people and the other resources, but should be addressed by the government. Hopefully government will come with the new steps.